Your Excellency, your choice of a deputy governorship candidate.
Together. Okay. Distinguished, congratulations and welcome on board. Those in favor say aye.
And to his left is...
Thank you. Just take it easy. Just take it easy, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Political and civic responsibility to show to you, introduce to you, and let you know the next Deputy Governor of Rivers State. The person that we have chosen to go on this journey with us. I will give you a few reasons why and how we came to this decision. First of all, what were we looking for? We're looking for somebody who will add value to the ticket. Somebody who can be governor if I am not there. Yes, sir. Somebody who can lead the state in the direction in which we want Rivers State to go at this point.
Yes, sir.
Somebody who will add value to the ticket. Somebody who has knowledge and can advise and contribute to the kind of River State that we will all like to see. We wanted somebody who will be an asset. We were not necessarily looking for a woman. We were not necessarily looking in any particular direction, but with the clear targets of what we wanted in mind, it now got to the business of trying to identify who exactly will fit that bill and can add value to this ticket. I know that the first question a lot of people would naturally ask is that, oh, we should have gone to Calabari to go and pick a deputy. We decided that we will not do that. And the reasons are this. The outgoing deputy governor of the state is Calabari. So it would have made no political sense to go back to the same place to go and offer them something that they just finished with. So we felt that we should look outside the Calabari area. In considering the whole sentimental issue of having a riverine running mate, the other area we could reasonably look was Okrika. But we felt that Okrika was just right next door to Ogoni. It will mean that whole sections of the state will feel far from what we were doing. So we felt that we should create some distance between where the governor comes from and where the deputy will come from. The other thing I would say is that in making this choice, we are conscious of the fact that in this state, there are different ethnic groups in Rivers State. When you say riverine and upland, you generalize everybody. People don't hear their own name. I am Ogoni. When people say, oh, upland has been ruling, it offends me as an Ogoni man, because I know that no Ogoni man has held any position of leadership in Rivers State since the state was created. So if you don't call people by their name, you will miss out a lot of people. So I am Ogoni, and we decided to call everybody by name so that we know those who have gotten something and those who have not gotten. The Ekpeye people, she's Ekpeye, they have not gotten anything. And we felt that they will appreciate the opportunity to also contribute to the leadership of the state. When we begin to call people by name, everybody will know that at some point or the other, their own name will be called. But when you begin to say upland, riverine, you begin to justify things that cannot be justified. If you come to the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, an Opobo man has been deputy governor in the name of riverine. An Andoni man has been deputy governor in the name of Riverine. An Andoni man has been speaker in the name of Riverine. Now, the governorship candidate can again come from Opobo in the name of Riverine, but no Ogoni man has gotten anything. The Ndoki man is there. There are other groups and tribes within that senatorial district. If you don't ever call their name, you will continue to miss them out. That will not bring peace. In the river state that we want to build, every group that can identify themselves, that have their own culture, their own language, their own ethnicity, must be remembered. The Ngeni man must be remembered. The Che man must be remembered. The Oba man must be remembered. The Wakrike man must be remembered. The Kadabari man must be remembered. The Ibani man must be remembered. We will call each other by name. The second thing I will say is that once we started that process, we decided that we will not choose somebody of our own. The other thing we would like to do in the new River State is that people must be allowed to bring out their own leaders. Because when people bring out somebody they know and they have confidence in the person, a leader that has grown organically by contributing to the community, when people pick their own leaders, you find that they can follow those leaders through difficult times. You can take difficult decisions because the people have confidence in that leadership. But if we go and handpick people because we know them, some of those people, the way we know them may not be the way their community knows them, may not be the way their own people see them. So we decided to consult with the different people. And everywhere we spoke to the leaders of Ekpe, including those that are with us, her name continued to feature prominently. So when Ben Chioma was talking, he said, you have not seen her with us. Yes, you have not. But she's a leader in her place. She's a leader in the state. She is recognized and respected, and she will add value to this ticket. And so for that reason, after considering several other factors, the most important, of course, being commitment and loyalty. Because if by the grace of God you become the governor, you need the support of your team. You may be forced to take difficult decisions, and you will need your people to stand by you. And so loyalty is very, very important. So we looked through her record. We talked with her, and we found out that she's a woman of great character, great loyalty, great commitment, God-fearing. And most importantly, she's a mother with passion for people. So we approached her and asked her to join the ticket, and she did. So it is therefore, and God blessed the choice. Since she came on board, she had added so much value to this ticket. People have flocked to her. We have seen people coming from Ekpe every day, directors, retired executives in the oil industry, big men and women that didn't know anything about what we're doing. Some of them don't even know her like that. They are not close to her, but they know her and they have respect for her. And they come and tell us that they have joined SDP, they are joining SDP because we have picked somebody that they have confidence in. So, it is therefore with great happiness, great humility, great joy, and great confidence that I unveil not just Rivers people, but to all Nigerians, a woman of character and substance, a woman of integrity and value, A woman much beloved and respected by Rivers people. A woman with beauty and brains. A woman that will bring great value to all Rivers people everywhere. A woman whose choice enables and challenges us that in all we do in life, we should live in such a way that our character and our reputation will elevate us. Yes. She is today elevated by her character and her reputation. Yes. I welcome you on board, my deputy. I welcome you on board, my deputy. On behalf of all Rivers people, men and women, I congratulate you. Thank you very much. It is therefore my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you the deputy governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Dr. Mrs. Patricia Ogbonnaya.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Put your hands together.
Okay. Hello. Those in favor of this nomination say aye. Those in favor of this nomination say aye. Those against say nay. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Congratulations. Huh? Understands politics and how politics is played. Somebody who can contribute ideas, time, resources to the realization of our common vision of a better River State. We talked with a lot of people, we consulted people, but ultimately we had to make a decision because you must be able to pick somebody in whom we have confidence and trust, and where we believe that the investments that we're going to make in this journey would yield the kind of fruits that we all hope for. So we are here today to introduce to you and unveil to you the Director General of our campaign council, distinguished Senator Wilson Ake. Congratulations, sir. Now, from history, sometimes you make mistakes that are avoidable. I'll tell you people the story of David Cameron, the Prime Minister of Britain, who was elected as Prime Minister to lead the British people. And then there were agitations for Britain to leave the EU. He was the Prime Minister. He has just been elected by the British people to make decisions on their behalf. But because he felt he wanted to show that he was a Democrat, he did not believe that it was in the interest of Great Britain to leave the EU. But he decided that he will go and ask the British people if they wanted to leave the EU. Having asked them, he started campaigning for them to vote to stay in the EU. The British people voted to leave. The job that he just got as Prime Minister to lead the British people, he lost it immediately. He had to go because he lost the election, which he didn't need to call because he had just been elected by the majority of the British people to take decisions on their behalf. Instead of him to tell the people, listen, I'm your leader, you asked me to lead, I have looked at the economic benefits and everything. I don't think we should leave the EU now. Let's go and walk. They would have followed him because they voted for him. He didn't do that. He lost. What happened? Theresa May became prime minister. When she became prime minister, the Conservative Party just won the biggest majority in the parliament. But she came in, she had an option. She didn't have to call for elections because they just finished election and she had a comfortable majority. But she felt that she was a woman prime minister, she could go back to ask the people and get more support because she was banking on she will lead them to Brexit. She went into the election, they lost and lost the majority that she had to go. What does that tell you? When people have given you the responsibility to lead, take decisions on their behalf and explain the decisions to them, they will support you. My brother and friend, the erudite Wogu Bombs, said when he became DG, he asked me to go and ask everybody if they will agree. I did. I was not the candidate. I have no mandate to take those kind of decisions, and we're just a team. Today, I am the candidate for governor of the Social Democratic Party. We are talking about the campaign council that will help us as a team to win elections in this state. I am the leader of that team. I am the governorship candidate. No matter who I ask, the ultimate responsibility for taking decisions on our behalf will be mine. So I will not go and start asking everybody, do you want Ake? Do you tell people say no? Then I say I want to appoint Ake. I will not do that one. Having your confidence as your candidate, I will continue to take decisions in our best interest. And I believe and I expect that as we take decisions, we consult. But we will not, if I do that one, what is the difference between that one and being in the pocket of anybody? We will take decisions on your behalf, and we hope and pray that when we finish consulting and we take decisions, you will support us. In this decision, most people were consulted, including Wogu Bombs. He was consulted. He knew that we were going to take Ake. So we must work together. We will continue to take decisions that everybody may not be happy with. The sole reason why we take this decision is so that we can win. As we put up the campaign council, we will bring in people that you don't expect. It's not only those who have been with us in the journey of the past 7 years that will play a role. People who just came in today will play very senior roles in the campaign, just as we did with the deputy governor. And the reason is simple. We need to win. If it is only us that have been together, we will not win. We need to bring in people who will add value to what we are doing. I told everybody from the beginning that 5% of something is something. All of us that were together, even if we end up with just 5% of the power, let us thank God and give 95% to those other Rivers people that can help us to win. Not be so? Because 5% of something is something. We can share it. But 100% of power is nothing. 100% of nothing is nothing if you don't have anything. You will not do anything with it. So, having named the DG of the campaign, we will go further to fill other positions in the campaign. The first position we're going to fill is that of the chairman of the campaign council. And the name of the chairman of the campaign council is Senator Magnus Abe. The campaign council will have 2 vice chairmen. The first vice chairperson will be the deputy governorship candidate, Dr. Patricia Ogbonnaya. Congratulations, Vice Chairman. God bless you. We are going to name another Vice Chairman of the Campaign Council, the Right, the Honorable Otelema Amakri, former Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. So we will have 2 Vice Chairmen. We will also have 2 deputy director generals. We will have a spokesperson for the campaign who will also act as chairman of the Media and Publicity Committee of the campaign. Let me go further to say that we're also going to have in each local government a campaign council that will have a director general, and it will also have a secretary in the local government. The director general and secretary of the campaign council in the local government will be named from the director general office here in Port Harcourt. But all local governments will be given a criteria by which they will meet and select the rest of the membership. You know, those that will be members of the campaign council in the local government. When you bring that list that you have agreed on, in consultation, we will now name the chairman and the secretary for each local government. We are also going to use a committee-based system so that a lot of people will have the opportunity to serve. We're going to have a committee for faith-based mobilization. That committee will be chaired by a Christian cleric as chairman, a vice chairman will be a Muslim cleric, and then other members will also have opportunity to participate in the committee for faith-based mobilization. We are also going to have the media committee, like I said, that will be chaired by the spokesperson of the campaign, but it will have other members, it will have other vice chairmen, both for social media and other things. We're going to have a medical committee last Saturday morning to introduce to you the real distinguished. The real distinguished. You know, there are some fake distinguished that are carrying microphone up and down, but there are real distinguished senators. Those who know how to make things happen. Those who have the sagacity and the knowledge. Those who have the humility and the temperament. Those who never get angry but will always speak the truth. That one of them is the person we have chosen as the Director General of the Social Democratic Party Gubernatorial Campaign Organization for Rivers State. Distinguished Senator Wilson Ake, the man who believes in victory, the man who will produce the victory, the man who will work, the man who will bring us together, the man who will make it happen. Distinguished, congratulations and welcome on board. Those in favor say aye. Those in favor say aye. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Progress to our children. Progress to our youth. Progress to the men. Progress to our children. Progress to our youth. SMA. Magnus the governor. Thank you very much. Your Excellency. Your Majesty. I hope you know Your Excellency is His Majesty. Your Excellency, I was there when they were doing, we were declared. Okay, let me respect him. I'm pledged to be loyal, so he has said it's done.
Thank you. The real distinguished senator. My job is simple to accept. So I want to reiterate and repeat that I accept to be humbly the deputy governor of this great party. In Jesus' name. Your Excellency, permit me to accept the reasons. I want to accept, I have accepted this position because of the following reasons. One, I find our incoming executive governor as the man that God has ordained. I will explain to you why I say that. First of all, like the Samaritan woman at the well that saw Jesus, met with Jesus Christ, and they found out that was the man her soul has been yearning to meet over the years. She went back and testified. Rivers people have been yearning for that man that will get us out of poverty, out of bondage, into the land of progressive, land of freedom, where it will be flowing with milk and honey. When everything progresses, we progress in education, we progress in our health sector, we progress in agricultural sector, we progress everywhere. That is land of milk and honey. Am I right? Yes. Thank you. It is not by mistake, Your Excellency, it is not by mistake that you decided to have your secretariat years back in this year's struggle, and you called it Freedom House. Everyone here is yearning for freedom from one bondage or the other, as it concerns us in Rivers State here. It will concerns our unborn generation. So God ordained him and equipped him, and that is why he said, go and have a secretariat and call it Freedom House. So this is the man that will lead us out of freedom into the promised land, in Jesus' name. Years back, in this democratic dispensation in Nigeria, 1999, he won election and became the minority leader. Today, somebody will say we are a minority, but God has identified with us. Why were you the minority leader? Because God knows that one day we'll ask you to lead us. Though we are few in number, that is your own my imagination. Like here I'm spiritually. God does not deal with numbers. So if anybody comes to magnify, or they get crowd and they feel everywhere, my dear, some of them are angels that are aspiring them. God used 300 men to win the battle. So God made him a minority leader so that he sees the pain. Let him have the pain of the minorities so that he can lead them out. So today, this is that reason why God made you a minority leader. And it was in the legislative arm. So when it comes to law, it comes to interpretation of law, I know it is judiciary that does that, but they make the laws. He equipped him about the laws. So he will have a governor that will understand the type of bill and bill he will sign into law when the House of Assembly will bring to him. Not sign, he will sign. So he's equipped in that area. Your Excellency, after that you were made a commissioner. A commissioner is of the executive arm. It was also made SSG. So it's not new into the executive governance of a government. None, I say none of the candidates have this experience. I was a civil servant. You are directed by who? By the executive arms. They direct you. And if there's nothing heard here, they will direct you nonsense. You enter into trouble. This one is called, call that in again, call it. Good. That every sector knows that it has something good here, not empty here. So God has equipped him on how to direct the affairs of River State government that will affect the people to progress. SDP! Thank you. Amen. By profession, he is a lawyer of so many years standing. About 30 years. That is the judicial arm of governance. So you have the legislative arm, you have the judicial arm, and it's equipped in that area also. I challenge any of these candidates to come with that criteria. None. After that, God said no. We don't want River State. I don't want River State to be in isolation anymore from the federal government. Now go to the federal government and become a lawmaker there of the highest house, the distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And when the first year, God said, go back again. And went again, and God said, okay, I've trained you in that area. So we will have a governor that will know how to relate to the federal government, both at the executive arm, the presidency, and the legislative arm of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And God said, there is another group of persons. This is the private sector, the organized private sector. You have the micro, you have the macro, you have the mega. Employment is in this sector. Like you have heard him say, that he will create the enabling environment. If you are manufacturing this thing and you had one employer, he will make it possible for you to employ 100 people. Is that employment? So many people don't know that before this position now, he was a member of the board, a federal board, am I right? So that he will be able to understand the private sector. So here is a man that's well equipped by God. The Bible says those who be called, he equipped. And therefore, because I serve the living God I serve, my governor, Your Excellency incoming, I pledge before the people here today, my good family of Social Democratic Party that have allowed me to be their deputy. If my people said yes and you said no, it wouldn't have been. So I thank you for that. And I say, like Naomi and Ruth, your God shall be my God. I will follow you where you go in this race. Even after this race, God has given me an elder brother. I will follow you. And like Joshua and Caleb and Aaron, you shall be like Joshua as God has ordained you. And we shall be Aaron and Caleb. So that we shall all get to the promised land where God has ordained for us. So once more, I say to God and God alone, with all the glory and honor in Jesus' name. And to my people, I say thank you very much.